to my experience channel, and once again I am very happy to host yet another guest whom I'll allow to introduce himself. And I want to thank Second Sight again for being the best friend working with us. Please go and look out for them. They're the best that you got.
Thank you. I am Samuel Mushoku. I do teaching, and I love God.
Today's topic, we want to look at friendships. What's your thoughts on friendship?
Yes, maybe first of all I define who is a friend.
Yes.
A friend is a person who you have a bond with or some touch of trust, the person you trust. So now friendship now is a state of being state of being friends. Yes, so we have three kinds of them. So we have a confidant, we have a constituent, we have a comrade.
Wow.
So a confidant, this is a person who loves you unconditionally. This is a person who whatever time you call them, be it at night, they'll show up to come and help you. So they love you unconditionally. We have very few of them. The second one, we have the constituent now. This person is for what you are for. For example, in a school setting, teachers meet because they are there for the welfare of the students.
Yes.
So they are for what you are for. Which means that if they catch up with another person who may help them achieve things very fast, they are going to drop you, and then they catch up with that one. So they are not really for you, they are for what you are for. Maybe like colleagues. So you get along because you people are colleagues. Which means that if another colleague shows up, and then this person who was initially your friend, they like this other colleague more than you, or rather this colleague
to drop me now.
Yeah, they will drop you. They are not for you really, they are for what you are for. You just met because you're colleagues. Now another one shows up, they drop you, they get along with the other one.
Okay.
So now a comrade now, this is a person who is against what you're against.
So because of that, we tend to...
Yeah, you now get along because they are against what you're against. Back in campus, you remember comrades, power. So those are comrades. They are coming up because they are against what you're against. Yeah. So there are the three kinds of friends that we have. Now, let me talk about now bad friendship.
Okay.
Or catching up with people who are not good for you. Energy and mindset are so contagious. Like for example, if you catch up with people who are not self-driven, they don't value self-growth, eventually you'll be like them. If I want to know who you are,
Yes.
I'll have a look at your friends. And now, since they are contagious, you don't get to know when you're being influenced.
Okay.
You just one day learn that, oh, I started doing this. But it's because of those people you caught up with. So these people kind of confine your thinking. You cannot think beyond what they are thinking, because it is so contagious. You tap into their energy to think about the things they are thinking.
Okay.
So if you don't catch up with the right people, you may not arrive where you've always wanted to be in life. Because now you may, but it will take longer.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it is somehow tiring, and they'll waste you so much. So now, how do you get out of this? You know, it is so difficult to drop a person who you've been friends for long.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
They'll feel like you're boasting, or you feel like you've become better.
Yeah.
There'll be so much negativity in it.
Yeah. But the only way is just to let them go. That is the only way. And then you have to separate yourself, or rather, if you used to live with them, you have to move out. You have to go and catch up with people who are ahead of you. That is the only remedy.
But if this is your spouse,
yeah,
you cannot leave.
you cannot leave.
So how do you
Now,
do that?
if this is your spouse,
Uh-huh.
okay, I don't know whether it is right to say this, but I would say you did a blunder when you caught up with them earlier, because maybe there are things you overlooked.
So it's very important
It is very important
that before you settle down,
Yeah.
you're careful with the person.
with the person you catch up with.
Wow. Awesome.
Because after that's the blunder many people, maybe I would say, they make, because these are person who you are going to spend the rest of your life with. So you need to be careful. So if it is your spouse, because you cannot change people, it is very difficult to change a person.
You can
very,
only change yourself,
yeah.
and in the process probably pull them to attract them to the kind of change that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you cannot change them. So it is. I think it is important to first of all do your due diligence before you sign a life contract with this person.
Life contract.
Yeah.
Like that.
So
Okay.
so you shall not underestimate what they can stop you from achieving.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you can stick by them just because they are maybe your friends, and then they may stop you from achieving your dreams.
Yes.
So that's the only remedy, just to drop them, and you have to do this subtly, or rather you have to do it like a wise person, because this is a person you've been with for quite some time. But that's the only remedy. If you used to live with them, move out, cut them off. Yeah, that's the only remedy. So I'll go biblical on this. So Jesus in Mark chapter number 5, he traveled to a certain city to go and heal a sick child.
Yes.
So he only got in with 3 disciples.
Yes.
The others were left outside.
Yes.
So he was trying to show us that who you have around you who you have around is important, because the assignment Jesus was going to do there was so critical that he needed people who believed in him.
Wow.
You see?
I'm getting believe in you.
Yeah,
It's
believe
like
in you.
The confidence.
Yeah, the confidence. Even by the way, before he started his ministry, he chose 12 of them.
Yes.
Then after choosing the 12, now he's getting in with only 3. So he's trying to show you how you're supposed to be selective. So the idea here is, you know, he's God. He can heal, or he would have
done it all by himself.
Yeah, when they were still around. So he was trying to show us that you need to
have some people close.
Yeah, people who believe in you,
Awesome.
so that you can do exploits in life. So that's the idea there. Even in 2 Timothy, Paul is telling Timothy that if anyone cleanses himself from the latter, now the bad people, he'll be a vessel for honor.
Wow.
Only after you cleanse yourself. So it is up to you to cleanse yourself. So the Bible does not say Jesus or anybody is going to cleanse you.
Yeah, it's upon you.
Yeah, upon you.
Wow.
If anyone cleanses himself from the latter. So, yes, earlier the year, I met up with a very prominent person in this country.
Yes.
So we sat for around 30 minutes. But within the first 10 minutes, or 10 minutes into our discussion, she had already changed my thinking.
Wow.
So I felt like these are 2 worlds connecting. I've been here, now I'm being elevated here. So I learned that people you work with change your thinking very fast. Mindset is so contagious, like I said. So she changed my thinking completely, and I'm like, who have I been working with?
Wow.
You get? So I felt like I started seeing life in a better perspective. So I learned that those people who are around you, you will think in their line.
So it's very important that you're careful with the people you're hanging around with.
You're hanging around with. That is you have to be so careful. Because if you're not careful, I think you are not going to achieve what you're supposed to achieve. Because what
you're going to pick whatever it is that they have in them.
Yeah, what happens is that they poison you. If a person is complaining about something and then they keep sharing about with you, you start seeing, like, by the way, it's true. You see, it's true what they are saying. Now you may catch up with another person who does not complain about what that other person complained about.
Then again, you change your mind.
Yeah, you change you're like, why was I complaining? You see, so it was your friend who was making you complain about this thing. So, and that's how friends are so you have to be selective. You have to be I think you have to be careful
Careful, yes.
with who you're getting along with. I heard about a lady whose grandmother died. So the friends to the grandmother used to come to the hospital, and they used to tell her that you cannot get well. People who come to the hospital because of this, they eventually die.
Yeah.
And she died eventually. So they
Because of the
poisoned her.
information that they are giving her.
Yeah, they poisoned her until she died. So words are so powerful. Yeah, so powerful.
And you know, with the kind of friends that you hang around with,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing.
Probably the kind of people who are coming to visit her are giving her the psyche to continue living, to see that there is hope that she can do it. She would have fought the battle.
Yeah, but eventually she died.
Because your spirit also gives up.
Yeah, you'll give up. You'll stop fighting.
Yeah.
Because now, after all, you've been told that you're going to lose. So you will believe them. This is your friend.
Yes.
You've worked together for quite some years. So you are going to believe them eventually.
Yes.
So that's why it is so important. So I'm speaking from a place of experience. Because I think there was a time I changed friends. When I was growing up, I used to catch up with guys who are not so good. So my dad learnt about it when I was in class 5. So he came, one day he called me, and then he asked me why I get along with such kind of people. So he warned me about it. So I did not listen.
And it's normal. Parents see these things.
Yeah.
But we don't see it as children. Actually, we feel they're interfering with our lives.
Yeah.
They don't see what we are seeing.
Yeah.
But they're normally so right.
Yeah. So one day he calls me, and then he had told me to do something. I refused. I went to play football with them. So he came back in the evening. He learned that I did not do. So
that he had asked you to do.
Yes, so he gave me 60 canes.
60?
Yeah, I
like
counted.
1, 2, 3?
Yeah, 60 of them. 60 canes.
Was he in the military?
No. He was just a disciplinarian, a serious one.
Which is good.
Yeah, and having been brought up in a faith-based home, extremely faith-based home, so he believed that we must be raised right. So he
spare the rod.
Yeah, spoil the child.
Spoil the child.
So he beat me, and after that, I changed the friend. So
because of the pain, or what made you change? Like
I was afraid now because
60.
now he might kill me. This man might kill me. So
and you know, funny thing,
yeah.
When growing up, our parents would tell you, "I'll cut that hand that is stealing and take you to hospital." You know?
Yeah. So I was scared that this guy might kill me. So I have to drop them. I have to do what he says.
Yes.
After all, he's giving me money, he's giving me food, so I have to comply. So I dropped them. I dropped the friends. I was not so good academically. After I dropped them, in class 6 I topped. I was number 1 in class 6. So you see, so after I dropped them, I now became a good person. So I started going to church, and everything changed.
And you know, that's what actually happens.
Yeah.
When you're alone, because at that moment I'm thinking, now you don't have friends.
Yeah, you don't.
You're just alone.
You're just alone.
At that particular moment, you grow yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
that's the time you use more. You use more time in your books.
Yeah.
That's why you're able to improve.
Yeah,
in
to
your
improve.
academics.
Yeah.
So you grow as a person also.
You grow as a person.
And you can even do other things to
Yeah.
improve yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
They waste your time. These guys wasted your time. But now, after you drop them, now you have to. After you drop them, now you improve eventually.
Yes.
So that's when I changed. So I keep on reevaluating my friendship time and again. Yeah. If I catch up with a person after maybe a week or two, I sit down to see how have I changed.
Like literally?
Yeah.
And ask yourself?
Yeah, I ask myself.
I have met this person?
Yeah.
That is very profound.
What wasn't I doing that now I'm doing? You see? So that one helps you.
To know whether
to get to know whether
dropping this person.
Yeah. Or I should keep him.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have never thought of that,
Mm.
but I find it very profound.
Yeah.
And I think I'll start doing
Yeah.
it.
Start doing it.
Yeah.
And so
Uh-huh.
when you catch up with a person who values self-growth,
Mhm.
I think that trait is so attractive.
Yes.
Those people are so attractive.
Mhm.
So that's what I do personally.
Mhm.
So I keep on reevaluating. But this was instilled when I was early in life by my dad. So I keep on reevaluating. So what happens, I've learned that friends can stop you from achieving your goals. The same friends can help you, can elevate you if you catch up with the right people. Yeah. So I think it is important we reevaluate our friendship to take care of ourselves, because now if you don't love yourself, if you don't value yourself, nobody else will. Nobody else will. So I think it is important to check who you are working with, so that they may not stop you
from
achieving your goals. Yeah.
What would you tell a viewer who is like they're not able to detach?
To detach.
From your Bible experience
Yeah.
and what you've shared,
Yeah.
it's something that you have to do it at a personal level.
Yeah.
But some are not able to.
Some are not able.
How can we help that person? Because like your dad did, caned you.
Yeah.
We cannot cane them.
We cannot cane them.
Do you have an idea of maybe how we can help that person probably?
I think the only way is to just allow yourself to feel the pain of just dropping them. You must feel the pain. This has been your friend for long. So you must drop them for you to maybe achieve what you want to achieve. If you keep them, you will not.
Jim Rohn says there are two pains in life.
Yeah.
The pain of discipline and the pain of regret.
Yeah.
So you can either choose to be disciplined and lose this friend, or the pain of regret. Keep them, and then in future say, I wish I had dropped them.
I wish I had dropped them.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to choose your hard.
Yeah.
Both are hard, so
are
you
hard,
choose
you
your
choose your
hard.
hard.
So I think that's the only way. You just drop them unapologetically. You have to do it. So I think the other thing is maybe you care so much about them. I don't really think it's right for you to care about them, to care about a person, how they are going to feel. That means you don't love yourself. Like apologizing, okay, a person could apologize verbally, but you should not take that as an apology. You should know that they were sorry if they change their actions.
Wow.
I can just tell you anything. I can tell you sorry, but I don't mean it.
True.
Your actions will show me you mean it. You understand? That's also another way to sieve friends.
Wow.
There are people who disrespect you, and then they know that if I apologize verbally, that this guy is going to take me in again. But now, of course, read what they have. Maybe if it's a text or they just it was one-on-one conversation. Of course, tell them you've received the apology. But from after they do that, now you have to watch how they are treating you now. Their actions will tell you whether this person was really apologetic or not.
Wow.
Because there are people who are serial manipulators. Yeah, there are people who are serial manipulators.
They call themselves our friends.
Yeah, they know what they have learned that you're a weak person.
They take advantage of your kindness.
Yeah, they take So if you keep them there,
you're the loser.
You will lose. You will lose. So I think that's the only. You have to choose your hard. They should not apologize verbally. If they do it, well and good. But they have to change their actions. Yeah. When a person learns that you have boundaries, when a person learns that you can do life without them, they respect you.
Awesome.
They are going to respect you.
So we create boundaries,
Yeah.
even in our friendships.
Yeah, friendships. I'm talking about friendship, platonic ones. You create your boundaries because your friend, now this is platonic friendship. This person is the only one who can just they can just treat you anyhow because they know after all losing you is not a big deal, so they don't care too much.
Don't really care.
So you have to put your boundary because they can wound you.
True.
you'll be left to be bitter. And then after you are bitter, you'll project the same bitterness to people maybe who would have helped you
Yeah, true.
better than they would have done. So I think it is important to reevaluate your friendships.
Wow.
You shall not
I think
underestimate.
that's what I live with.
Yeah.
Reevaluate my friends
Yeah.
and my friendships.
Yeah.
And I think something that I've also picked, I'll have to check every time with the kind of friends I meet
Yeah.
and ask myself, what kind of energy
Yeah.
am I getting from this person? So that
Yeah.
I'm able to know, do I continue with this person?
Yeah. Or
Or
do you
I
drop
cut
them?
myself in a good way? Wow.
But don't care too much about what they are going to feel. Believe in a good God, because if you say that I might meet them a bit later on in life, that one could make you maybe hold on to them longer.
No, not. I meant that even as we do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's not hurt them. Let's not
Don't
wound
hurt them. Don't hurt them.
Yes, because we never know.
Yeah. You don't know.
So
Yeah.
I leave them in a state where once I'm a better person, probably I can even influence them.
Yeah. Influence them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've loved the conversation.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I have picked a few things that I'm taking with me today, and I hope you have too, because it's important that we check our friendships. The conversation was interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
May God bless you. It
Amen.
was really insightful.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you, guys.